Hey everyone, my name's Lily and I'm the book blogger behind Utopia State of Mind, and today I'm going to bring you the second half of my first book haul of 2022. So that's kind of a mouthful. This is also a really big one, which is why I had to split it in two. And these are the books. I won't be able to carry them all because they're heavy. As you know, books are really heavy. So I thought we would dive into it and talk about these books because I'm really excited for a lot of them. So the first is that I received a copy of Tiger Honor for a Bookstagram book blog book review tour essentially. This is a sequel to Dragon Pearl, which is a middle grade sci-fi series from Rick Riordan, and so I'm excited for Tiger Honor because I really loved the world of Dragon Pearl and I really enjoyed the characters. I hadn't read a book by Yoon Ha Lee at all, and I think that Dragon Pearl is the middle grade debut, I think, because I think Yoon Ha Lee has written other books. Maybe it will show up here. Like I think an adult sci-fi trilogy or sci-fi series that I thought that I had to read. I don't know. It doesn't say in the book necessarily. But that's why I initially picked up Dragon Pearl, and then I just really loved how the sci-fi world was really expertly balanced for middle grade readers. And so it was kind of a nostalgic, oh, I really, really love this as a middle grade reader. So I'm excited to read the sequel, Tiger Honor. The next one is that William Morrow sent me a review copy of My Dark Vanessa, which I heard so much about My Dark Vanessa when it was coming out. I haven't heard that much about it, and I was kind of wary about picking it up because I knew that there were a bunch of trigger warnings. It's basically just this psychological, intense, character-driven book. It says the psychological dynamics of the relationship between a precocious yet naive teenage girl and her magnetic and manipulative teacher. So I knew that there was going to be a ton of that. And so when this came out, I wasn't in the right headspace for it. But William Marr asked if I wanted to have a review copy of it. And so I thought, okay, I feel a little bit better. 2022, I hope, will be a little bit better. And so I'm ready to dive into that one. And then the final review copy one I have, which came with such gorgeous things that I had to show you, but it's A Prayer for the Crown Shy. Tor wrote me on Instagram and asked me if I wanted a copy of this, and I said yes because Becky Chambers is an auto buy, and A Psalm for the Wild Built, which is the first one in this. I had to look at the title because it's a long title. I loved it because it was this quiet, introspective novella, basically about life choices and about what we want to do with our lives. Is it like driven by meaning, driven by ambition, by love? Like, how do we want to drive our lives, I guess? So I was really excited for the sequel, and this is A Prayer for the Crown Shy. Tor.com is kind of like auto imprint status, and also Becky Chambers is auto buy status, so that was fantastic. But they also sent me these cute postcards, which I can now send to people, and it specifically says, tell a friend you're thinking of them. And it also came with some stickers and some buttons. So I'm just so excited because they're so cute, and I knew that A Psalm for the Wild Built had come with tea and also pins, so I was so excited that I actually got pieces of the campaign, not just the arc. I was able to grab a signed copy of Last Gamer Standing. Katie Zhao is one of my auto-buy authors, and so Last Gamer Standing is the only one I haven't read by her. I didn't get an arc of it, and so I knew that I wanted it, but I also knew that I wanted to get it signed if I could because I got my other copy of the book signed. So The Fallen Hero, The Dragon Warrior, and also How We Fall Apart. So I was able to get Katie to send me a signed copy, and I really love it, and I cannot wait to actually read this one because a lot of this haul actually is books that I've already read. This is a book I haven't read. The next is that I was able to grab a Rebel Sisters, which is a sequel to War Girls. I really love War Girls. I have a problem with saying this title all the time. I really love War Girls. It's a fantastic sci-fi about the weaponization of bodies and choices, and Rebel Sisters is also a fantastic sequel, and I'm really glad that I now have finished copy. Definitely one of my favorite duology sci-fis. Tachi Onyebuchi is such a fantastically driven person, but he is so great at these worlds that just feel so immersive from the beginning and so well thought out. The world building kernels in his books are just absolutely fantastic. Every book I've read from him has been that way, and War Girls and Rebel Sisters is no exception. The next one is that ages ago, when I first kind of was able to visit my old local Barnes and Nobles, I picked up a copy of Fresh, which I read Fresh and I just adored it. The narrative voice in Fresh is so strong. it is also a book where like the first half kind of gets you so invested in the characters and it sweeps you away, and then the second half just emotionally hits you with a gut punch. It's about a freshman year of college, and it's fantastic if that's something that you're interested in. And I also picked up a copy of King of Battle and Blood. I saw this all over on Book Talk. This is another like Book Talk made me do it essentially. Uh, book pick, and I got the Barnes and Noble's exclusive edition. I also really want to read A Touch of Darkness this year. I also included it in like a Storygraph reading challenge that I'm doing, so I guess I'm going to. I'm really excited for it because I've been hearing about it all over Book Talk, but I actually don't know anything about it. I think there are vampires or something like that. I don't know. I'm excited for it. The next one is also a book that I picked up mostly because I saw the under the cover book design. I will show you. It's this gorgeous, kind of very shimmery, glossy snake, and it's called The Last Quintista, and I don't know anything about it. Recently, I saw it actually on the feed of A Kernel of Nonsense on Instagram, so I feel very confident now about my choices, but I'm so excited for this one, and I've heard not that much about it, but I'm hoping that it's really good, because I think that it is a middle grade? I don't know, but it's a sci-fi, and I thought it was a middle grade. I could be wrong, but that's what I think this is, and I'm always there for that. The next one, before I jump into the books that I bought for the Barnes & Noble's holiday sale thing that they did, I want to talk about this book that I bought from Oblong Books, and it's The Witch King. Recently, Emery Lee did a #transbooks365. And this is one I kept seeing over and over again. This is one that I saw basically when I was releasing, but I didn't really see it that much, but I saw it over and over again for the #transbooks365. And so I basically knew I needed to pick it up because it was, what did someone pitched it in like such a fabulous way. I think it was magical. I didn't realize that it was a fantasy, honestly. I guess I should have from the cover because this person has horns on their head. But I'm really excited for this one because I love when I can rediscover books that have kind of passed me, that I may not have seen on Edelweiss or NetGalley, because even though I check really often, I don't check every day. And so I'm excited to get this one on my TBR. It says All Hail the King and King. This is also has a signed book plate, and I was really excited to see this one and to be able to read it. The next one is that I got, actually, I forgot about this earlier, a review copy of An Arrow to the Moon by Emily X. Arpan, which I almost cried when I got this. Because Emily X. Arpan wrote The Astonishing Color of After, which is a book that so deeply moved me, and also a book that I have so many experiences with and like so many memories with. And so An Arrow to the Moon is Emily's second book. I'm just so excited because this is Romeo and Juliet meets Chinese mythology, and I'm so excited for it. And I recently got an e-arc of Queen of Tiles, so I know in my other book about releases that I'm really excited for in 2022, and I was sad I didn't have copies of those. Now I do, and the weight off my shoulder is like so immense. I'm so excited that I have this book in my hands, and yeah, I just had to say that. And the next one are my haul of books that I bought for the Barnes & Noble's holiday sale. These are all books that I read and just absolutely loved. So the first one is that I bought a copy of Rush of Wings by Laura E. Weymouth. I love this one so much. There's 12 Swans retelling about also anger and about the importance of anger and also about family. It's so gorgeous. It's amazing. I mean, it's a gorgeous book as well. I knew I had to buy it because I want to do a book look for it. So prepare yourselves for that. The next one I got is When We Were Infinite by Kelly Loy Gilbert. This is a YA contemporary, actually the only YA contemporary in this haul, period. It's a book about how deeply we love and deeply we care about our friends, but also the knowledge that sometimes we can't save them. It's not our job necessarily to save them, right? Like, it's the thing where, like, if you're drowning, you can't help someone else who's drowning. Kind of that idea. And this idea that, like, we put so much on ourselves to kind of notice things or to kind of help our friends, but there are some things that are just beyond our control and beyond what we can do. So that's what When We Are Infinite is about. The next one is Within These Wicked Walls, which I'm really happy that I got a copy of this one. This is a YA fantasy take on Jane Eyre. Fixes everything I didn't like about Jane Eyre and does it so well. This is kind of like a book that I find really easy now to recommend to people, and that's why I have this one. The next one is I was able to pick up a copy of The Infinity Quartz by Akemi Dawn Bowman. I'm ready for the Genesis Wars. That's a sequel to The Infinity Quartz. I'm ready for it. This fantastic YA sci-fi duology about AI and the afterlife and about sacrifice, about the chosen one, like about all of those different things is so action-packed, and so I'm really excited for the sequel. Also, the sequel cover, I'll like put it around here, is so gorgeous and so fantastic, and I'm really happy that I finally have a copy of it in my hands. And then the last one for this haul is The Keeper of Night by Kylie Lee Baker. This book meant so much to me on an emotional level as Ren struggles with her biracial identity and how she feels like she'll never fit into either kind of her Japanese heritage or her British heritage. I've talked a lot with Kylie Lee Baker. We've done an interview with it, and I just love this book so much. I need everyone to read it. Because of how deeply this book resonated with me. I cannot wait for more. I can't wait for like anything from the future from Kylie Lee Baker. I'm pretty sure this is a sequel, or there will be a sequel. I don't know. I can't wait. I cannot wait for more, and I love it so much. And that kind of concludes my second part of my first haul of 2021. 2022. First part 2 of my first haul of 2022. So many numbers in that. Anyway, I really love these books. This has been a gigantic haul. I'm just like sitting here with both of these hauls. Fantastic haul of books that I really love. A lot of books that I finally were able to purchase. And yeah, I'm so happy that these books are in my life now. Of the books that I have, like of part 1 and part 2, I've only not read, let's see, 19 out of a total of, let's see, 16. 31. So it's pretty good. Anyway, I'm really excited to read these books. I hope that 2022 so far is treating you well. And I will see you in future books, which are not future books. I'll see you in future videos where it's not just me talking about books that I got. And hopefully, with, reviews and wrap-ups and stuff. I haven't done yet my 2021, like, wrap-ups yet. I have a lot of thoughts about that, which I need to further kind of distill into a video format. But once I do, you'll be the first one to see it, and also my 2021 wrap-up favorites, which I'm going to do. I promise I'm going to do them. I just haven't. I've been taking a break. But I needed to film this to get them off my floors. Okay, have a great day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.